the sites and staffing to respond. CP24's Christina Tanalia joins us live now from the Metro Toronto Convention Centre with more. Hi, Christina. Hi, Rashmi. So the city is going to create these 9 mass vaccination clinics, one of them right over here actually at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. Just to be clear, these clinics I'm about to list are not open yet. The city does not know when exactly they will open. Likely toward, well, I'm going to say end of March, early April, because that lines up not only with what Chief Pegg said today, but the province's timeline for when Phase 2 begins. Here are the clinics in which eventually people here in the city can get vaccinated with the COVID-19 vaccines. Not only the Metro Toronto Convention Centre, the Toronto Congress Centre on Dixon Road, Malvern Community Recreation Centre, the Hangar at Downsview Park, Scarborough Town Centre, Cloverdale Mall at the East Mall, Mitchellfield Community Centre on Church, North Toronto Memorial Community Centre on Eglinton Avenue West, and Carmine Stefano Community Centre on Weston Road. This is all part of Phase 2. Now, to give you some indication as to who is part of Phase 2, this includes people in, I guess you could say, the second priority group, so older adults, beginning with those 80 and older, then decreasing in 5-year increments over the course of the vaccine rollout. People who live and work in high-risk congregate settings, like those who live at shelters and work at shelters. Frontline essential workers. We're not talking specifically healthcare workers here. This is teachers and other education staff, even first responders, those in the food processing industry, and individuals with high-risk chronic conditions and their caregivers. Mayor Tory made the announcement along with city officials today. Here's that.
I cannot stress this enough. This is a very, very important point as part of this discussion today. Getting vaccinated is the right thing to do. It will help protect you and your family and your friends and your co-workers. And that is why your city government is working to support the other governments in rolling out the vaccine and in making sure people are well informed and that some of their questions or concerns are addressed proactively by us as a lead up to this vaccination effort.
Once the next phase of vaccine prioritization and rollout has been determined by the province, there will be a clear and widespread communication. When the time comes, we will ensure that we communicate clearly as to where and when you can receive your vaccine and what the process of making your appointment will be. However, to be very clear, none of the 9 city-operated COVID-19 immunization clinics that we are announcing today are open at present, nor do we have confirmation as to when the clinics will be able to open as of yet.
If you remember, we told you recently that the Metro Toronto Convention Centre was this proof of concept clinic for frontline healthcare workers. It was open for 2 days, then unfortunately had to shut down due to the vaccines here being redistributed. Well, those who got their first dose will be able to get their second doses on February 15th and 16th. That's only some 378 workers. Back to you.
Thank you, Christina. It's a big day for 3 regions in eastern and northeastern Ontario. These communities have now moved into the least restrictive category of the province's revised color-coded framework, the green prevent tier. The regions include Kingston, Renfrew County, and Hastings, Prince Edward County. Under this level, indoor dining is allowed with 2 meters of physical distancing between patrons. Indoor gatherings are limited to 10 people. Gyms and personal care services can reopen. All retail stores can once again welcome customers with health and safety measures in place.
From the beginning of this pandemic, our region had a total of 376 cases of COVID. So again, that's for the population of 165,000 people, more or less. But again, this is a very, very relatively really small number compared to the provincial number. So the vast majority of our population is still not immune to COVID. We, because of our success and hard work of everyone in our community, we were, we had these low case counts, but we also have not been yet had a chance to roll out the immunization program.
Officials in Mississauga are providing